What do you see? I'm like, I want to make sure nothing's suspicious. I'm absolutely exhausted. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? Selena. What's up, Selena? Yo estoy bien, ¿cómo estás tú? David, is it you again? David, just message me on Instagram. Why do you want my phone number? Or is this a different David? No, is this David from the building that I live in? Oh, shit. How are you? Gracias. Where are you? Are you still in Miami? You're still in Miami. Just message me on Instagram. Message me on Instagram. I'll respond to you there. It's not like I'm gonna give you my phone number on a live anyways. What's up, John Barrett? Oceanside. Are you from Oceanside, California? I love Oceanside. That's really... Isn't that where they have like a tulip field? I never went to the tulip farm. Hello, Chris Faith. Hi, Jim Rockford. What's up, guys? I'm not on the Stairmaster because I'm fucking... Oops. I'm exhausted. I did Pilates though. I was so happy. I was so happy this morning when I got to Pilates. Hi, Hari Babu. Hi, STU. Hi, everyone. Oh my gosh, and I have the best tea. I don't know why I even go and have coffee when I have like this like luxurious tea. So, although I don't remember, I remember it tasting better. So these are pretty cool. It's called Tea Forte. I don't sell this. I'm just telling you because I like it. Just wanted to give that disclaimer because I know some people are like, oh, she's trying to sell me something. No, like I'm just genuinely telling you what I bought. And look at how cute it is. Like it makes me feel like such a queen. I literally spoil myself all the time. Anyways, so these are the assortments of tea. I feel like I would be really good at selling tea though. I'm so passionate about tea. I'm doing amazing. I'm telling you about my tea collection. I know, and a lot of like the snobs will be like, oh my gosh, you have tea in a sachet. Is that what they're called? Like the little pouches? Sachets? That's what it's, SACHET, sachets. Anyways, yes, but look, they're so cute. So let me read down. There's Bombay chai. I've tried that one. It's like meh. It's like a black tea. Honestly, they're all pretty meh right now. Like, I remember them being so good. So there's a lemon lavender. Okay, help me pick what I'm gonna drink. There's lemon lavender. Oh shit, I got a massive headache. There's... I want to do something with no caffeine. Oh my goodness, how do you know? I eat so much beans since I'm Mexican. Literally, I had beans. I literally had... I didn't fart right now. But, oh my gosh, there was this one time. I came on live and I farted and I just shut it down. I just shut it down. I got so embarrassed. I didn't know what to do, so I just got off and I didn't even say goodbye. It's just like, this was like a couple months ago. Now, if I farted, I know you guys would be like, it's okay, let it out. It's not good for you. It's not good for you because it's not. You know, Daniel, I don't understand your question. Is it a question? Do I have hair in my armpits? I used to not. I mean, like, I used to, like, only shave once a week. Now, like, every time I shower, like, every day, I just feel... Because I usually like to wear shirts where if I lift my arms up, my armpits are gonna show. And it's kind of, like, not cute. Like, I'm not, like, that European style. Even though, like, I dress like a European. That's what people tell me. I have, like, a European style. I don't feel like I have an American style. I don't feel like I... But yeah, every time I go to Mexico, they're like, she's so American! And I'm just like, my heart. My heart. There's nothing wrong with being American. Like, I love the United States of America. But, like, damn, like, I want to be resonated with culture. Not with, like, a melting pot of immigration. And, like, people think I'm white. Like, just white. And there's nothing wrong with being just white, but I'm like, I'm not just white. I love to know cultures, especially since I'm, like, really big to, like, everything. I can culture you. Anything, I'm, like, really big. I usually celebrate more Mexican Independence Day, but I just reshared some stuff on my Instagram. I think you're heavenly. Yeah. I think all of you must be heavenly for us all to be here. Okay, let me get my tea going. You guys have me distracted. Stop distracting me. I'm just kidding. Continue to distract me. I'm gonna get my drink. Okay, help me pick. So, I think lavender. I'm sorry. I know I said help me pick, but I have this, like, gnarly headache right now. We don't want any green teas because that's going to keep you up. Jesus Christ loves you all. Call on him and he will respond. That's beautiful. You know, anything love related, like, just throw it in the chat. You know, throw some love in the chat. Tell Brian, she's so silly, but in a delightful way. Yeah, tell Brian, let's all tell Brian, thank you, Brian. You are so honest about her. What did you say? I was silly? Oh, fuck. You have chamomile? Yeah. Where are the comments? I lost a comment. Nah, black tea. Enrique, I love your outfit. This is my new outfit. I wanted more loungewear, so this is the outfit. I don't want you to see my clothes. That's only for me to know. You can only see half of it. Okay, so this is the outfit. It's kind of more like loungy, you know. I had some like this. I like how they fold. And then, like, you can make them low-waisted. So it'd be like, ooh. Okay, let's see. Does someone call me? All due respect, don't ever show your face in Orange County. I don't think I would want to go to Orange County right now anyways, to be honest. Full 360. Okay. I can do the walk too. It's like, you start. I haven't practiced my walk in so long. My elbow. But it's one foot in front of the other. And then it's like hips. And then it's, what is it? Heel, toe. My whole entire life, I used to walk like this. I used to walk like this. Which is like foot forward, like the palm, Okay, so let me look for this chamomile. Or did I say lavender? There's lemongrass. That's a good one. I don't think I'm gonna find the lavender. I found it. Lemon lavender. We're gonna be on such relaxing vibes. I'm so proud of myself. I'm like 2 days on kicking bad habits. I have these 2 bad habits that are kind of stunting my progression. And I just 2 days of like not participating. And for privacy reasons, I'm not going to disclose what exactly, you know. But yeah, point is, if we have bad habits, we have to. My neighbors always slam their doors, and I'm like, do they hear me? I'm hella loud. I know my laugh is really loud. I'll laugh sometimes, and then people will see me from like a fucking couple blocks down. But I'm like, are they just really staring because I'm laughing or because I look? I swear, anytime I feel like I walk into a room, I walk in and then people are like, and there's some, like, even women, they're like, and then they like go back to whatever they're doing, but like they always have to like get a look at me. And I was like, why? Like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? Why are so many people just looking at me all of a sudden? I think it's because my frequency's like raising or something, and when you have like a higher frequency. But your girl's been working hard. I've been working really hard on cultivating a positive mindset. That being said, that means I don't allow negative thoughts to take over my brain. Anytime I think of something negative, I shift it into, like, I question it. I always start questioning anything. And I ask myself, why am I feeling this way? I basically like, oh, look, this is the thing. Okay, so first we're gonna pour some water. This is my electric tea kettle. Because they think I'm a trans. Really? Must be the reason. Oh, dude, I'm just hurting myself. This arm, my elbow got hurt here. Yeah, look, I don't have an Adam's apple. I've only met a couple Adams. I know. I feel like a lot of men say that to women because it really takes a toll on their self-esteem. If I was wearing makeup, I'd be like, they probably think I look trans because of my makeup, but I'm not wearing any makeup. I literally did look like white chicks. David, if you're still in here, you're right. I did look like white chicks, David. I don't even know if David's in here. David used to be my old bestie until he decided not to be my bestie anymore. And he left my life. No, well, actually, let's talk about David. David wants to come interrupt my lives. Let's talk, David. Let's talk about our friendship. Give me 1 second. We'll get to talking about David. David commented on this live at the beginning asking for my phone number. So let's talk to David, right? Obviously, like, I'm not going to disclose any personal information about David. David, don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not that type of person. I feel like I like to be very cognizant of what I'm saying around other people in these lives, because genuinely people from Miami, where I'm from, like where I live right now, know about me streaming all the time. So I wouldn't doubt it that some of the people I know kind of come in and out. Mommy, let's go to bed. It's too late. Let's go to bed? What do you mean, let's go to bed? I'll look at the chats right now. Give me 1 second. I think she farted. Oh, wait, actually, I'm reading them here. Let's not talk to David. Wait. Big heart, no BS. Wait, who are you? Who are you? Big heart, no BS. Are you David's ex? Okay, so this is where the story gets good, but let me type this out. Wait, this is gonna be such a juicy live. This is gonna be such a juicy live. Like a pixie? What is a pixie like? Oh, because I'm like, oh, fuck. My head's throbbing. And I drink water, too. Me. Oh my gosh, you added a photo. David, you're still here. Okay. So essentially what happened with David is David and I used to live in the same building, and then we became besties because we would always meet at the pool rooftop or whatever. I was watching the old school Real Housewives. Some of their kids went to Miami and it looked so much fun. They got tattoos. Miami's so fun. I'm not in like the whole fun scene right now. I'm like literally so locked into posting content and coming on live every day and just really pushing my message and my mission. That's really what's kind of my priority right now. So fun's kind of like on the back burner for the moment until I allocate like how do I put this? Until I allocate and know how to schedule my time where I have time off within the day, because like now I'm just like doing everything at whatever time, which is not good for me because it's not helping because I'm not structured. So now my goal I just released another video for the breakthrough series, and this one was on turning fear into curiosity, and I literally feel like this one would be so helpful for every single person because every single person has fears. You have fears. Even if you haven't had fears, I mean, I think everyone has fears regardless, right? Like some type of fear. It doesn't go away. I mean, it could be lessened, it could be redirected, you can overcome it, but there's always a battle between taking action because you fear maybe being fed of or rejected or failure. So this video that I just released today completely talks about how you can transition your mindset from one of fear into curiosity, and how that completely changes the direction of how you live your life. So that's a good one. Look at my tea. What is your mission? So abundance is your birthright. Literally, this whole entire reality is all based on how well you know how to program your own mind. It all begins in the mind and it ends in the mind. It is what it is. And my mission is to remind people of their inherent value, their inherent worth. Because everything in your reality is an extension of who you are. You are what matters. Your soul is what matters. Everything else is a byproduct. So my mission is to remind people of their inherent value so they can cultivate it and create power within themselves that was always there to begin with, and truly go after whatever it may be and set themselves in a mindset where they can truly thrive because they've healed. Because a lot of this world right now is very unhealed. There's a lot of people that are still holding on to a lot of generational karma. That's why I call the book a generational portal, because until the cycle is ended with us, then only then will we be able to be free from this generational karma. And not only that, the future generations moving forward. It's super important. So I think that possibly when people come across my page, they think, oh, she's just another type of think positive, like it's gonna be fine kind of person. No, I genuinely am cultivating a lot of thought, how do you say it, like a lot of thought forms to be able to allocate to different areas where people need alignment. My whole channel is about aligning you towards the best version of yourself by reminding your worth and just how to overcome typical things that keep us in misalignment and redirect it towards alignment. Alignment towards your highest self. I don't smoke. Not anymore. At least not regularly. Okay, let me read the comments because I haven't been reading the comments. And does my voice sound different? And this is exactly what happens when you live in Miami. So, yeah, Dave and I used to be besties, and then he got a girlfriend, and then never talked to me again. And then he broke up with his girlfriend, and then he moved out. But David was kind of mean to me when he was with his girlfriend. So that's the last time I saw David. Okay, so someone said, oh God, no, I'm not David's ex. I'm joking, being silly. David's ex was cute. She was from Ecuador. Is it you? Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. What's good with it, twin? Are we twins? Thank you for your super chat, love. Are you really David's ex? No, I'm feeling like you are. I never talked to you. Do you still live here? I don't see you. Oh my gosh, I had the most awkward moment in the elevator this morning. I literally didn't know what to say. I was like, what do I do here? So I get outside my apartment, and there's this girl, and I'm not gonna say her name. I haven't said her name, so I'm not gonna say her name. So there's this girl that lives next to me, and the last time I saw her at a cafe. And this is not me judging her. This is just me telling the story and how it really went down. And I was like, oh. I'm like, this would have been like a good part in the telenovela. I should have brought you guys in the live, and I should have been like, can you tell my audience? They want to know too. So I walk out, right? So I'm chilling. I walk out of the elevator. Oh no. Okay, so fast backtrack to last Monday or last week. I have this girl that was my neighbor that when I moved in, I bought Amazon furniture like a nightstand. Was it from Amazon? I don't know where I bought it from, but essentially it came in pieces and I had to assemble it. And I assembled my bed, and I was just so exhausted from assembling the bed. Let me pull these comments down because then I don't see them. You're so beautiful. I'm having fun looking at you right now. Oh, thank you. Did you say you were on The Real Housewives? No. People constantly tell me like they think they've seen me on TV, and I'm like, no, I've never been on TV. There was this one time, this guy was like, I know one day I'll be seeing you on the TV in my sofa. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna be on TV. I feel like I'm doing the same thing. I'm not even dating anybody, going out, because I'm trying to remain focused on my Vocational goals. Exactly. No, totally. I don't go out. I'm not dating anyone. Like, the next person that comes into my life, I feel like it has to be a good person. I don't want to be just like with some like guy that wants to play games. I'm so over that. I'm so over like the cat and the mouse kind of situation where the guy's like, oh my gosh, like, oh no, over it, over it. Like, that's just, be a man. That's all I can say. Men who play the whole like hard to get cat like games, that's not being a man. That's being a boy. That's not being a gentleman. You're not ready for a family. You're not ready to like do anything. You're just, you need to grow up, right? Because if you're a man, like, you get your shit together and you're not out there just like seeing like 20 women and like rotate. Like, what is that? Like, I don't understand that. Anyways, that brings me back to the story. I'm pulling down the comments. I'm just gonna pull them back all the way to the bottom because I didn't see you. Experience level, you're turning into a son. I see you. So I saw this girl last Monday in a coffee shop and we were chatting and it was like really nice and everything. I'm gonna be quiet because like she lives close and the walls are like kind of thin. So what happens if she hears me? Can you guys still hear me? I'm ready to battle the goat cheese industry. Yeah, fuck goat cheese. One time I'm vegan and they gave me goat cheese and that gave me like diarrhea. You go fight it. Oh my gosh. Yes, I always laugh at my own jokes. Anyways, going back to the story. I should start squatting. I do. I love cheese. I do too. That was the last thing I let go before I became vegan. That's the only thing that I miss. Vegan cheese and wine. Cheese and wine. I don't drink alcohol, but I used to love myself a good like a cab Sauvignon. That was the go-to with some cheese, like a charcuterie cheese board. Oof, I was in heaven. But let me finish the story, yo. Let me finish. So, I was at the coffee shop and I was talking to my neighbor. And I was like, how you been, girl? Like, haven't seen you in a while. And I hadn't seen her in like months, this girl. So I hadn't seen her in a couple while. And then she was just, oh, I've been good. I'm like, I haven't seen you. Like, where have you been? And she tells me, I've been with my boyfriend. I was like, oh, okay. And her boyfriend lives like 30 minutes away from here. Like close, but you know, with traffic and like driving 20, 30 minutes away. And I was like, okay, yeah. Okay, cool. And I'm whispering because like, what happens if she passes by? You are Brandon. Do better. Brandon? Black? Shiloh, I have it. Shiloh, I'm gonna get to your email tomorrow. Pixie girl. Call me Pixie girl. So, okay, let me finish the story, guys. So then I was like, oh, that's wonderful. Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, I opened up with her. She opened up with me. And I thought we were good. So this is where, like, I don't even know. Some people just, like, I don't know how to handle the situation because it's like, what? So I get out and I'm going to Pilates, like, get out of my room. And I'm like excited because I'm gonna go back to Pilates because I haven't gone to Pilates for like, I didn't go Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It was the saddest thing ever. And then today, I was gonna go on the Stairmaster, but my body, I just feel tired. And I always say that I have to listen to my body. So when I was working out 3-4 times a day, my body was fine. Like, girl, I wasn't even pushing myself. Like, I don't know why right now my body is just like, relax. So I'm doing that. Anyways, I was excited to go to Pilates. I opened the door and I'm like, okay. And then I see somebody, it's holding the door to the elevator because they hear me coming. And I was like, okay. And it's that girl. It's my Okay. Yes, I have to listen to my body. I know. She's 5'3", close. 5'4", but you know what? I'm probably 5'3". I'm probably saying I'm 5'4" just to be like overly confident and I am a petite, powerful queen. But to be honest, I wouldn't want to be tall anyways. I think it's cute being short. And like the dating pool is a lot larger than if you're tall. If you're tall, like I wouldn't want to be taller than my man. I wouldn't want to be like, so I'm like, I'm short, I'm cool, I'm chilling. Anyways, there's this guy in the elevator with her. There's a guy in the elevator with her. And I say, oh, this is your boyfriend. And she says, no. She says, no. I'm like, and you can tell, it was like 9 in the morning, and you can tell, like, they had gotten it on. And I was like, oh, but like, you just told me a week ago that, like, you were living with your man. You're taller than your man? Oh shit. You know what? Like, if you're confident about it, then that's all that matters. Don't listen to me. Don't let that affect you. It's okay. You're a tall, beautiful queen, and he's a petite king. Or maybe he's tall too. So, this was a different man. This wasn't her boyfriend. I didn't know what to say. And I was like, oh, it's been a while since I've seen you. And then she says, no, it hasn't. Just like that. Just like that. In like that tone. And I'm like, oh shit, she's pissed. Because I literally just like figured out like she's going around town. And I'm like, and maybe she has a boyfriend still. So I'm like, was it an infidelity? Did she break up? I don't know. But I felt weird. And she said, she was like, it hasn't been. I saw you last week. Or this week or whatever. And I was like, I didn't know what to say. I kind of felt like she was saying it like that, like kind of like shut up. But yeah, she's cheating. I was like, oh my gosh, like people do that. It breaks my heart to see people cheat. I'm like, how could you do that to someone? I've seen a lot of people be unfaithful. My gay uncle like kind of traumatized me. I had this gay uncle who would tell me that everybody was like a bad guy, like all men were gay and like all these crazy ass shit. So I thought like the worst things of like, I was scared of the dating field. He would literally get my high school yearbook and be like, he's gay, he's in the closet, he's ugly. And I'm like, damn. I was like, I don't think, I love my uncle, but I don't think I would invite him to my wedding. Because I'm like, then he'd be like, oh, your husband, he's gay. I'd be like, no. I love that uncle, but he's just out of pocket. And like, he's relentless. So once he says something, he is convinced and like, you have to believe whatever he's saying. So yeah, that uncle does not know anything about my dating life. But I have a non-existent dating life right now. But if I ever do have an existent life of romanticism eventually. Did you hear that? He would have to hear from the grapevine. I don't know. If I were to get married, I don't know who I would invite to my wedding. I feel like I'd just be like, oh, my family got sick. They all went to Applebee's and they got food poisoning. Anybody like if like my husband's family be like, so where's your family? They all went to Applebee's and they got food poisoning. Yeah. They're like, and they couldn't make it? No, none of them could get off the toilet. They were so excited for me to get married. They went to go celebrate at Applebee's. uh, I don't know. I don't know who I would invite though. But if like I got the choice to not invite anyone, like whoever I'm married told me, yeah, it's okay, you don't have to invite anyone, then I don't think I'd invite anyone. I'm good. I'm chilling. I feel like I got so much backlash from my family in my previous relationship. Like there was family members that would always ask me, are you still with your boyfriend? And I'm like, what kind of question is that? Like, why do you ask someone, like, are you still with them? Granted, it was a long distance relationship, like in a different country. I was in California and he was in Mexico. He was in Baja California. But yeah, I don't know if they approved. So I felt like they kind of like, they were nice to him, but they would always speak in English and he didn't know English. It was so evil. They would all be speaking English and he was like, "¿Qué?" I deserved better, queen. Yeah. No, I love him as a person though. He's a good person and I don't know. We'll see what's in store for me. We'll see what love looks like for me. Queen. Show your back. I have a nice back. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, if I had to say like my favorite features of my body, I would say my collarbone. I really like my collarbone. I feel like you don't see that type of collarbone. I think it's elegant. And then my back. It's like it's bony. No, wait, hold on. It's so cute. Like there's so much definition. I can't move it, but like Pilates has literally changed my life. What a great back. Shake it. Fun. I like to have fun in life. I have fun with myself. I grew up an only child. I grew up an only child and I would move every 2 years. So I think this is why I have this really independent personality, because I was constantly having to reintroduce myself into new environments and adapt and acclimate. So I had to get comfortable with discomfort at an early age socially. Only child is a deal breaker. Yeah, I wouldn't want to have an only child. I feel like as a family, it's kind of sad. Like you just have that one child and like that's it. I think the cool part is about a family is, you know, everyone's hanging out. That's the cool part about a family, right? So, yeah. Do you feel stunted? Do you feel like that stunted your youth? I did have to grow up really fast at the age of 12. I think I've told you guys multiple times, the reason why I'm so knowledgeable in psychology, philosophy, personal development, why I'm so self-aware. My self-awareness had to start at an early age because both of my parents are very, they're slightly narcissistic. So what that means is when they got divorced, it was like they wanted nothing to do with each other, and like they didn't have any good things to say about each other. And I was an only child, so I'm not gonna go to school and be like, yeah, you know, my parents are going through this thing and like it's really hard. And no, I literally had to read and understand the human nature of people to understand what was going on. And you know what's the crazy part? I remember, and I would like cry so much when I was a little girl because they would both tell me the exact same thing, verbatim. And I wouldn't tell them that they told me this, but they would say, when you get older, you're gonna see that I'm telling the truth. And I'm older now. And you know what I can tell you? I can tell you that there was a lot of hurt. And I don't think either of my parents have still healed that situation. And to this day, like, there's like this unspoken tension that I never tell anyone about. It's like you can't talk to the family about it because they'll completely deny it. And they'll say, I don't know what you're talking about. But I'm like, yeah, so much drama. And then just a lot of drama within all of my family. Like my mom's side, my dad's side. So much drama. So I'm a very loving person. But when it comes to the point where like it's emotionally tolling and there's just too much drama, I step away. I tried so hard to be the perfect daughter, to be the perfect family member for the longest time in my life. I would smile, like I'd make sure I wouldn't say anything wrong, like I would make sure that I was polite, like I would make sure I was like, anytime they said, well, you did this wrong, and like you did this, and I was like, okay, like I took the feedback. Then, I mean, I'm 29 now, I'm a full-grown adult, and at this point, when you realize they keep telling you that you're doing something wrong, and you're like, okay, look, dude, I'm not having these situations with anybody else. So, yeah. I send all the love in the world to my family and anybody that's a family member on either side of my family. I truly do love them all. I don't know what happened. Like, I remember growing up, I'm so grateful. Like, despite of how the situation is now, I am super grateful for having an amazing childhood. I grew up going to so many, and this is why I think I'm just so Mexican, because I grew up going to like fiestas, that's what they're called, like parties, and it was just a bunch of music, bandas, which are like bands, and everybody just spoke Spanish, and we were always, my grandmother would always make the best Mexican food. She would always make enchiladas on Tuesday. It's so sad too, like my grandma is the best cook. She would cook tamales. I miss her. I miss her, but if I tell her my life, then she tells everybody else. My grandma's a little bit like loose lips, so yeah. So she would make tamales, and she would always cook like anything for everyone. She was such a good like host, and I just had the best childhood. And it was like in the summers we would always go to the lake, in the winters we would always go to the snow. we'd go skiing. And then I just grew up and everything changed. Like once I turned 18 and like I went to college, everything was just different. But now I'm 29 and now I'm just like, well, you know, everyone's just moved on. Everyone's doing their own thing. And just because your family doesn't mean you have to spend all the time with them. And trust me, I felt so guilty for the longest time. I felt so guilty because I was like, no, like I have to keep trying and I have to keep trying, but I have to keep trying. But it's like, when the energy doesn't match, it just doesn't match. You know, it doesn't matter if it's family. What? Let me remove this. I need cuddles and kisses. And now I'm just grateful. Now I'm grateful for everyone that's in my life. Everyone. I don't look at people for what they are. Like, if they're family, they're not family. I look at people as people. I send love to everyone. I treat everyone as if they were my family, anyone that's around me. And that's why I'm so grateful for this community, because I wish I had more support from my family. But I mean, that's just how they show support, and I have to be okay with it. So having you guys here means the world to me, because that's what matters. It's the people, the hearts. And I'm like, I think life's just getting started for me. You know, I haven't even started my own family, so I'm like, maybe everything's just gonna like be different then. Why would I be lying? What would I need to lie about? Why would I want to say something like that? For me, it's kind of embarrassing. It's not something where I'd be like, oh, fudge, yeah. But I just want to be transparent, because I know that I'm not the only one that goes through difficult family situations. And it's rough. It's rough for anyone that goes through any bad relationships with their mom, their dad, their family, because sometimes family members haven't cleared generational traumas and they're still holding on to a lot of trauma and pain from previous generations. So when someone's breaking all the generational curses, like, it's like they're projecting, you know, they project. And that's what I realized, that it was my light that caused like anxiety, because I was the one that was breaking all the cycles. I truly know that I'm the one that's breaking all the cycles for my generation. I mean, for my lineage. Why does he say it sucks? But like I said, we have to make the most out of everything. And there's so many beautiful people in this world. Every day I meet amazing people, and I'm so grateful. And that's what matters. You know, the people you meet day to day. You can't get attached to anyone in life. I mean, unless there's like a mutual loyalty. And that's different, I guess. Oh, what does it say? My family, yeah. My family's from Jalisco. I need a cat. I think I'm gonna get a cat. I think that would make my day. You're right. I've been wanting to get a cat because I heard cats emotionally protect you, because they have like purrs, and the purrs like really help. you feel like what I'm doing is awesome, send me an email. Okay, first of all, I don't want a guy that's over 6 foot. Let's just start there. 6 feet and under, but like taller than me. I don't like, tall guys. You guys have a good dating pool, but for me, I don't know. It's kind of intimidating. I feel like a Roman. That's why you need to come in my life. Take some time out and come to the island. Come experience a new life, new ways. We would be happy at least. Island life. Thank you, Gary, for wishing me the best. Love you. Don't become a cat lady. I think it'll be hard for me to stay single, to be honest. But we'll see. I have no expectations. Check my bio. My bio. I got a daughter, a cat. She's only 4 and she loves it. Oh, I want an orange cat so badly. They're so cute. The orange cats are so cute. You're 6'2". I'm saying tall men are still very good looking. I'm not saying you guys aren't good looking, but just for fun purposes. Gary, you get a good vibe from me. I want someone that's ambitious as me and wants to build together. Doesn't really matter exactly how much they're making. I have abundance of men trying to shoot their shot. So I don't have to worry about specifically finding what? How do I delete this? Who is this lady? Why is she saying that stuff? Dude, honestly, 100K is nothing right now in this economy. If you want to have a family, that's nothing. At least in Miami. Ryan, are you the Ryan I know personally? And why do you want to know how much I make? Why is it a man's business how much I make? That's very disrespectful, to be honest. I think it's very disrespectful to ask people how much they make. I'm not asking you how much you make, am I? Oh, I'm thriving. I'm living life. I'm definitely in a transitionary phase. You're shy but adventurous. He's trying to... Right? Why does it matter how much I make? A man should never ask a woman how much they make. No, it's actually conservative. Liberal is a man who expects a woman to pay 50-50. That's liberal. Oh, congratulations, Shiloh. 34 subs. You know what? You just keep going. It's all momentum. It's all inevitable. You just have to show up every single day. Ryan, if you're worried that what you make isn't enough, just go focus on making more money. Stop asking me how much I make or how much I want a man to make. This isn't about me. This is about you, obviously. How much do you want to make? Let's not talk about how much you make right now. I'm not asking how much you make. I'm asking you how much you want to make. And go from there. Oh, thank you for your super chat. What did you say? She wants a friend, a safe person to share with, who understands her, respects her, paces her. Along with her, she wants everything. Exactly. I've just done so much personal work on myself. I've had to heal so much family dynamics, and it's been very painful, and I've come out of it. Like, I've had to deal with so much family stuff that you don't even know. And I'm strong because of it. And I think that's why I'm so empathetic. And there's multiple things that I have inside that I haven't dealt with and I don't talk to people about. But I think that just because you go through bad situations doesn't mean your heart has to become cold. But what I do know is that I have to set standards. That's what I've learned, and that's what I teach others. Teach and encourage. Because at the end of the day, you get to decide what you do with your life, you know? I just want to be a good voice of reason. You guys, don't tell anyone what you make. You guys are kidding me. I know. I don't know why people are sharing their salaries. Hi, Abraham Lincoln. What's up? Listen, moms. I need you. Doesn't matter who's shooting their shot. I'm the one interested in you, for real. I just want to take you to the island and have you here with me. I swear you'll love it here. It's pretty. Really? What part of Jamaica do you live in? Of course. Yeah, I definitely believe in love. Most definitely. I believe in love more now than ever because I've been able to heal and have true self-love. And that's something that I hadn't done before. Because I was so focused on trying to seek validation from my family. I only stopped trying to seek validation from my family like a month ago. There was family members that I would ask everything, like every decision I would make. I would be like, okay, they said it, so because they said it, I'm just gonna listen because they care about me, because they're my family. And my ex-boyfriend would always be like, no, dye your roots. Probably in like a month or two. After I take out my extensions. So I barely started standing up for myself. And my ex-boyfriend would be like, why do you let them tell you to do that? And I'm like, well, don't they want the best? And I'm like, think about it. So, oh, it is sachets. I'm looking at it right now. It's S-A-C-H-E-T. It is sachets. And then I started observing more. And it became really competitive, you know? And then I realized, oh, maybe there's more than goes on that I'm. So I took a step back, and it was painful. Because it was a person that anything they told me, I would do it. Because I'm just that loyal of like a person, you know? Like once I confide in someone and once I trust that bond, I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. And then I realized that part of them was trying to sabotage my growth. And I don't know if it was intentionally or unintentionally. I want to say it was unintentionally because they would just bounce me with a bunch of drama. It was a while ago, but it was overwhelming. And I had to tell them that, you know what, like, I'm really trying to focus on my path here, and like, you're taking up hours of my day with your drama. I can't talk about these negative things because then they down me out. And like, when you create so much content, it's like you have to be in a certain mindset. I try not to come on here when I'm like not in a good headspace because nobody deserves that. A 360. I think loving yourself and personal development is an ongoing journey. I think you can't quite say, oh, like, I've finished, there's no more self-love I can do. I think that's the amazing part about personal development. This is why I constantly read new books. I listen to YouTube videos. YouTube videos and books have completely changed my life. And that's why I believe in YouTube so much. Every time I get a chance to post a long form video, I get so excited because I know that those are the videos that changed my life. When I was going through the rough moments, I would just play them in the background and be like, yeah, that's right. I can do this shit. That's right. I'm unstoppable. Yeah, that's right. And that's what got me through the tough moments in my life. So I guess that's what I do, why I do. Eventually, I want to be on stage. And that's going to be coming soon. I don't know if I think at least once this year. Yeah, you're right. It's gaslighting. And I think it's all from generational trauma. Who's Opali? I think it's funny how people think I would lie. Like, what benefit do I get from... Trust me, there's a lot of things I could tell you guys that are true if I really wanted to, like, lie about something to get attention. I have real stories that are real fucking good that I can't share because nobody can know. But yeah. What? Your trailer is clean. Hijo de su puta madre. I interviewed Opali. I found out her home was once surrounded by a mob, and when she was told back in 1930. Yeah. Super chat for souls. Really? I'm in Tego. I can show you my feet. I don't care. I think that's fucking funny. Montego Bay, gone, be everywhere, explore island. Yeah, I want to start traveling for sure. Super chat for souls. Well, I'm currently reading my own book. So, I'm going to be releasing an audiobook version of my book into the memberships. And I'm going to start adding some interesting content into the memberships as I'm barely like settling from some shit I was going through. So I will be studying foundation, and then start working on that project. So the book's available in audio format. And then we'll be adding more to the memberships, more types of content, and giveaways and stuff like that. I think that'd be fun. Please take care of yourself. You're a valuable human being, a valuable asset to society. Oh, Gary, that made my night. Appreciate that, Gary. Thug life. What's up, New York? I'm from California. Dude, is my boob coming out? You guys would tell me, right? It didn't come out. Fudge. This is embarrassing. I hope it didn't come out. You were a civil rights advocate. Oh, she was a civil rights advocate. That's beautiful. These comments are funny. Put user in timeout. I think that's so funny that you could put a user on timeout. Damn, you're fine. Your intelligence, the way you carry yourself, wish nothing but the best. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm not really worried. I have a strong head on my shoulders. I have a vision. I have a plan. I have a strategy. And honestly, with the mindset that I have, that I believe everyone is interested in helping me and I want to help everyone, and that's what's coming into fruition, I'm chilling. We just have to let go of these family dynamics that we have from the past and not let that determine our value. Don't let what your family said about you or try to define you or who you were or told you that you didn't do this and you didn't do that and that you're a terrible person. Don't let them claim your worth. Only you define your worth. And your worth is mega valuable. You don't need to perform. You don't need to pretend to be anyone else. You don't need to people please. Be yourself. This life is so beautiful for us to be so worried about whether if Panchito or whatever was happy that you smiled in a certain way or said something. I didn't vote. No, I didn't vote. Armpits. This is a bruise. And yeah, you set your own worth. You're inherently valuable. Like, really let that sink in. Sometimes I even get negative thoughts too. That's why I'm like really pressing it on you guys, because especially when you're going through an identity shift, so it's a process, you know? Sometimes you don't even know that you're speaking so negatively, or you have your past consuming you. It's like this, I mean, I'm just telling you guys right now, but like, I don't really care. I feel like at one point I don't even want to talk about my past, but your past kind of carries your story. So I think that it makes it relatable, right? You can understand where I'm coming from and how far I've come, because I think I've come extremely far from everything I've gone through. Like, there was a point in my life where I was dating this guy, and this guy was literally, we were in a fight, and he was literally everywhere. Like, we got in a fight, he liked me, and like, there was an unspoken, I've told this story before. I don't really want to talk about him right now because don't want to talk about him. But essentially, there is this time where there was this guy that I studied abroad with, and we were friends, but how do I say this? he like wanted to be more than friends, but he didn't want commitment. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, no, I'm gonna be friends. Like, you're gonna respect me and you're not gonna touch me. Like, that's how friendships work. Like, friends don't kiss. And we had a falling out. I've only slapped one guy in my life, and it was him. I slapped him because we went out. He forgot his card, and I went out specifically with him, and we were gonna meet friends, but like, it turns out that the friends weren't gonna come out until later. And I was waiting for them to come, and they didn't come. And then he was like, oh, like, can I borrow your card? Because, like, you know, my wallet, I lost whatever. And I was like, yeah, for sure. He goes, and he buys his drink, and then he just, like, dips. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, you're just dipping? And I was like, whatever. I don't care. That's fine. You can go dip. Oh, my gosh. Thank you for the $50. God bless your heart. Wow. Was not expecting that. Thank you so much. What's your name? Oh, you read it. No, it didn't pop out along. Hey guys, just because she's beautiful doesn't mean just because she's beautiful, girl, doesn't mean you can act like an ass. She's a person with problems too. She's sharing personal thoughts. Maybe if you actually listen, you could get a girl that ain't on your phone. Aw, thanks, Sidious. I mean, essentially, you guys want to know about the women's psyche. That's the women's psyche. Was I a showgirl? No, I've never been a showgirl. There was one time I applied to, like, work at one of those restaurants where they wear, like, the short shorts and the short tops. I applied so many restaurants. It was never a thing for me. I don't think I was meant to be a server. I came into the interview, right? And I was like dressed in like this formal like outfit as if I was going to like a business like fair or something. And then I bring this book because I'm like, well, what am I gonna do? Like, if I'm waiting, you know, I don't want to be on my phone because then they're gonna be like, why is she on her phone? I was young, you know, I was thinking it all out, and I was like, okay, I want to get this job, you know? And I bring out my big book, and it's a book by Joseph Murphy. I think it's The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. And the guy just looks at the book like, he was like, no, this girl does not match the vibe. She's meant to be in the library reading. So, okay, back to the story with the guy. So why I slapped him. I slapped him because he starts making out with some girl, and I'm like, okay, I don't get it. I don't care. He's just my friend, right? He would like stay over because we would hang out every day, and I had an extra bed because my roommate dipped on me. So he would just stay in the other bunk bed, and I would stay in that bunk bed. And we were all friends with each other's roommates. So he like makes out with some girl, and then he's drunk, and I pull him out because I want to go to sleep, and I'm not about to go walk a mile in Rome alone at night. So I'm like, look, I came out with you, take me home. He's like, no, like, I need to use the restroom. And I'm like, you're a guy, like, figure it out. And he was like, no, but my shoes. I'm like, dude, just figure it out. Like, it's not that complicated, you know, just do your thing. And yeah, he was like kind of like pissy with me, and he was drinking. And then we get back, we're walking, and we're by a fountain, and he just looks at me, and he grabs me, and then he kisses me, and I'm like, boom, I slap him. Like right when he's like about to kiss me, I'm like, boom. And he's like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe you did that. I would never lay my hands on anyone. Like, I'm not that type of person. I'm literally not that type of person. I was like, So surprised by myself, I literally, obviously I'm not like, but like, it's just like just to get him away from me because I wasn't gonna let him kiss me. Like, what was so disrespectful? Like, we're friends. It's not like he was some random guy at a club and I was a random girl and I was like being promiscuous or whatever. No, like, he was my friend and we were walking home. So he tries to lay one on me after he kissed someone right in front of my face and basically left me like stranded the whole night because he was making out with some random chick. So I slapped him. I was like, boom. He's like, oh my gosh, like, I can't believe you slapped me. I was like, I can't believe I slapped you either, but it happened. And then after that, we had a falling out. And he was always at my apartment every single day, hanging out with my friend. He became best friends with my roommate that he would leave stranded to hang out with me. He would go, it was the funniest shit ever. And she would never even know. So she'd be like, oh, I'm gonna go have dinner with your friend, right? Because she was like in love with my friend. And I was like, I don't care. Like, you want him. Like, I get it. Whatever. Because he's like he got the ladies. He was a good looking guy. He had it going for him. I'm not gonna lie. And she's like, I'm gonna go have dinner with him. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, she was trying to be like, oh, like, he's choosing me. And him and he was like always calling me like anytime he had free time. He's like, what are you doing? Like, let's have dinner, let's have lunch. Like, he was always wanting to hang out with me because we studied abroad together. We like flew together. We like got our visas together. So my roommate's like, oh my gosh, like, he just told me we were gonna have dinner and it's gonna be so cute. And I was like, oh, cool, bet, fun. And then I get out of my class, like, I'm like, what time? She was like, oh, like around 6. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, okay, I guess I won't see him today. He's probably not gonna call me today. I was like, whatever, I hope he has fun. I get a call from him and I was like, hey, what's up? And he's like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, I just got out of class because he knew my entire schedule. And he was like, oh, okay. He's like, let's cook. And I was like, yeah, you want to cook? And he was like, yeah, like, let me go grab this and we can make some tacos and we can make some salsa because he was from Mexicali. He was Mexican. He was from Mexicali. And I was like, all right, cool. So we go. And I was like, he definitely just left my roommate stranded. He was like ruthless. He told her yes and like got her hopes up. And then he calls me and he's like, what are you doing? So this is the roommate that she like after would try to like flaunt in my face like, oh my gosh, he wants me, because we had a falling out. So she would bring him to my apartment all the time. And I was like, why would you do that shit? Like, why would you, like, you know we're not on good terms. And I would hear his voice because my room was by the kitchen. It was like the whole friend group turned against me because I slapped him. And he was like part of the friend group. Like, he was like, he'd be like, yeah, like, Lori just, that's my real name. My real name's Lori. Lori. I'm Reina. You can call me Reina. But my real name is Lori. There's only 44 of us here, so only the 44 of you here will know. And he was just always coming over, and I was like, when the fuck is he gonna leave? It was rough. And then after that, I was like, whatever, like, I didn't have friends for like a week. Then I found this Italian girl, and it was the best thing ever because I truly got to live my study abroad experience like a true, authentic Italian person would, because she took me to all the spots. I met so many Italian people. I would go out with their friends. It was literally, I was like, best thing could have happened to me is having that falling out with you, dude. And this is the guy that called me 2 months ago, and I'm like, this whole situation, we haven't talked since that whole situation. Like, maybe we've talked once or twice, like passing. But I'm like, why are you gonna want to like hang out? I mean, not hang out. I mean, call me like 6 years after this whole thing. I don't know. I called him back and he didn't answer. And I'm like, cool, good riddance. I was like, I probably shouldn't even called back. But that's the only person that, like, I don't know. He was weird. Okay, guys. What? Oh my gosh, it's almost midnight. I'm gonna go to sleep. I love you guys. I just wanted to come on here and chat. I know I'm not on the Stairmaster. I'll probably be on the Stairmaster tomorrow. You'll see me getting my fitness. He misses you or whatever. You left him. Where's my smoking friend? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna read these comments. He's a bug catcher. Look it up. It's a real thing. Okay, I'm gonna look it up. Lots of dipping on you. What is it? That was very graceful. I feel like I say too many foul language. I'm trying to shift away from that. Like, just, I think it's not very classy for a woman to be saying that. Or using that type of like. Welcome to the live stream, everyone. Forget to smash like and subscribe for the amazing content. Exactly. I had a train of thought. And I was going to tell you guys something. Oh. Was it about coming on here? Tricky Ricky. And that's why I feel like it's not authentic if I don't curse sometimes, because that's what naturally comes out. I mean, the good thing is that my audience isn't catered towards kids, so. Did you guys vote for the retreat? I want to plan a retreat for fall 2026. That's like my dream. That's essentially my dream in general. I want to have a retreat center. Y'all, this is really like my dream. Like, I really like helping people. This isn't just like for views or for likes. Like, I really like helping people. And a retreat where, well, that's the great thing. I'm talking about it now so we can decide together. I want this. A lot of guys think they're entailed to a woman's space, energy, or attention. IDK why a girl tells the guy everything to do to get closeness. Like, guys don't really listen or selective here. I feel like right now men haven't learned, like, toxic masculinity is kind of being pushed, and I think we're on our way out where we're transitioning toxic masculinity into what true masculinity is, which is meant to protect and provide for women. That's what men are inherently meant to do. And a woman's meant to nurture the home and support the man so the man is able to provide for the home. I've like talked to a lot of men about this, but biologically, like, if a man isn't providing, then drop the science. If a man isn't providing, then he doesn't feel masculine. That's what I think. And then a lot of women are tolerating a lot of disrespect. And it's because they don't respect themselves. So, like, I personally believe that a man doesn't want to be with an easy girl. Like, you always hear, like, oh, no, like, she's, like, whatever. So, by a woman just being promiscuous with her body, like, don't get me wrong, sometimes I post, like, dancing, whatever. But I think when a woman's promiscuous, I'm just remembering what the words are because I used some words and that, like, I think it affected. But yeah, I think when women become more feminine and men become more masculine, then there's not going to be so much chaos. And I think that the family unit is vital towards the growth of society. When there is a strong family unit, then it allows the man to be motivated, you know? If you had a wife and kids at home that, like, truly supported you and pushed you and, like, wanted to see you thrive or whatever, then you'd be motivated. But, like, a lot of women aren't motivating the men because they only make them feel stressed out or like they're not grateful. I always hear, like, oh, well, like, this and this and this. I think people need to be more grateful. Girl, you have insomnia? Just tell me good night already. Okay, yeah, no, I am gonna go to sleep now. I love you all. This was really fun. I really like, there was so many deep layers we got in today. And I didn't vote. Oh my gosh. But low-key, I think Trump's a good-looking man, and he's a good businessman. Oh, don't think poorly of me because of that. But he's also the president, so isn't it good that I like the president? I don't dislike anyone. At this point in my life, I only have love. You're not too tall. You're just right for someone from your perfect match. Oh, you look just like Trump? Oh my gosh, I'm done. I'm going to sleep now, guys. I love you guys. Stay cool like a cucumber and